So students, the next concept for macroeconomics determination of income and employment is how to control excess demand or deficient demand. How to control excess demand and deficient demand. Or this question can also be asked, how to correct inflationary gap or deflationary gap. Most important concept for your macroeconomics concept, that how, as you know that I told you the two concept, economy wants full employment for full employment. If your AD is less than AS, then it is called deficient demand. And if your AD is greater than AS, it is called excess demand. And the same thing, deficient demand is called deflationary gap or excess demand inflationary gap. So इसको याद करने का तरीका ये है कि D के साथ D को मैच कर लेना, डेफिशिएंट डिफ्लेशनरी, और जो बच गया वो दूसरा हो सकता है. So for economy wants to reach this level where AD is equals to AS. So excess demand and deficit demand, both demand are not good for the economy. So what to do to control the situation in the economy? Because neither are good for the economy point of view. So what to do to control excess or deficit demand? So there are some methods to control these, and there are the policies to control these. So policies to control deficient demand and excess demand. The first one is monetary policy. Second one, fiscal policy. And foreign trade policy. These are the policies by which these demand can be controlled. And you know that monetary policy is used by RBI. Fiscal policy used by government, and foreign trade policy used by traders in association with government. So monetary policy is the same policy that we have used in my previous chapter, that is called money and banking. And from that topic, this topic has been deleted, the credit control. So because monetary policy is also known as credit control methods, but in money and banking that has been deleted, but in this chapter they are in there exist. So what the benefit of deleting that topic? Because you have to read this topic in this income and employment level also. So you have to learn at least. So monetary policy has two tools. quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative, I have already explained to you. In the first point come as bank rate. Beside this, repo rate, also reverse repo rate. I have explained these all things in my previous topic, money in banking, but here I will give you a brief description also again here. Second is cash reserve, sorry, before that, open market operation. Open market operation. Third one, cash reserve ratio and statutory liquidity ratio. In qualitative, change in margin requirement of loan, margin requirement, rationing of credit, moral suasion, and direct action. These are the tools for monetary policy. So in my today's topic, I will explain only monetary policy. So students, and these fiscal policy and foreign trade policy, this will be explained in the next lecture. So look now, if I am considering a situation for deficient demand, and you know, deficient demand case, your AD is less than AS. So what should be done by the RBI so that AD can increase? If AD increases, then AD can become equals to AS. So simple. Suppose your aggregate supply is 100 and aggregate demand is 80. So what to do? Either you have to decrease AS or you have to increase AD. So AS decreasing means income decreasing. So would you like to decrease income? No, not at all. No one wants to decrease their income. So what to do? We want to increase AD. So how AD can be increased? So AD has the two conjunction points, C plus I is equals to AD. So what we need, if we increase any of these, in that case, deficit demand can be controlled. So you can fill up this gap. So what to do to fill up this gap or to control this deficit demand? So listen, we are trying to increase aggregate demand. So aggregate demand can be increased, either increase in consumption or increase in investment or both. So what to do? So first you can say that bank rate. I have told you that bank rate is the rate at which central bank give loan to commercial bank for long term. So what to do in case of bank rate so that the people can demand more or AD can increase? So in this, bank rate should be decrease. If bank rate decrease, then interest rate will also decrease. If interest rate decrease, then people will be ready to take more loan from the commercial banks because they are having less interest rate. So they will take more loan. So if they will take more loan, and that money can be spent on consumption and investment. As a result, both can be increased. So aggregate demand can also increase, and we can come up the idea where the level aggregate demand gets equals to aggregate supply. So the conclusion is this, that to control deficient demand. Make sure that we are having a discussion on deficient demand. So if we want to control deficient demand, then RBI, because this is the policy given by RBI, so RBI should decrease bank rate. If bank rate decreases, then interest rate will also decrease. If interest rate decrease, then you and me and investor and all the people want more loan from the commercial banks. As a result, loan will increase. If loan will increase, so from that money, as an investor or consumer, we would like to spend more on either consumption and investment. So if both consumption investment increases, so aggregate demand also tends to rise. As a result, that will become equals to AS. So hence the first point is bank rate. I hope you got the meaning of bank rate. Now the second concept is open market operations. I have told you this concept that open market operation is a process by central bank by which it sells and purchases its securities with commercial bank. So selling and buying securities by commercial bank, by central bank to commercial bank is called open market operation. So buying and selling of securities is called open market operation. You have to know this. Know what to do now. Suppose there's a deficient demand, people are having less demand. So what the idea behind this? So what to do by RBI? So RBI should buy. RBI, or you can say central bank. Don't write RBI, write it central bank. Central bank should buy securities from commercial banks. So if RBI buys securities from commercial bank, then in return it will give money to commercial bank, because securities buy कर ली, अब रिटर्न में मनी देंगे, तो मनी फ्लो towards commercial banks increase. So if commercial bank have more money, then they will be able to give more loan. If loan will increase, so as from that money, consumption and investment can also increase. So as aggregate demand will also increase. So make sure you got the meaning now. So in open market operation, to control deficit demand, RBI should buy securities. The main word is buying securities. आप सिक्योरिटी बाय कर लिया तो रिटर्न में देखिए, सपोज करो दिस इज RBI and these are commercial banks. Suppose this is Axis Bank. Now what RBI has done, suppose from this bank to this, RBI has buy gold from commercial bank. गोल्ड बाय कर लिया, इन रिटर्न में इसको कैश मनी दे दिया और मनी दे दिया. अब मनी इनके पास आ गया, तो दैट मनी कैन बी गिवन एज लोन टू पीपल. सो दिस इज द सिस्टम. गोल्ड ले लिया, रिटर्न में मनी दे दिया और उस मनी को कॉमन पीपल को दे सकते हैं, तो इससे कॉमन पीपल कैन एग्रीगेट डिमांड इंक्रीज. So this is the concept for open market operations. Next one is cash reserve ratio and SLR. Answer is same for both the cases, because you know CRR is the percentage that commercial bank has to keep at central bank. तो जितना भी मनी सेंट्रल बैंक कमर्शियल बैंक के पास डिपॉजिट होता है, उस मनी का एक सर्टेन परसेंटेज आरबीआई के पास जमा करना पड़ता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज कैश रिजर्व रेशियो. एंड सर्टेन परसेंटेज इट हैज टू कीप बाय इटसेल्फ, अपने पास रखना पड़ता है कमर्शियल बैंक को. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एसएलआर. सो इफ देयर इज अ डेफिशिएंट डिमांड, so what to do in case of deficit demand? CRR should decrease. If CRR will decrease, then as a result commercial bank has more cash credit or liquidity. So From that money, they can give more loan to people. As a result, aggregate demand will increase. And same case with SLR. Same case, your AD can increase. So this is CRR and SLR. And the next one is margin requirement. I have told you what the margin requirement. So margin requirement is a difference between the mortgage good and the loan sanction against it. We have explained this in money and banking topic. If you are having any problem in understanding these concepts, so please go through my last video from money and banking section, credit creation. You will be able to understand all these topics again and again. So please go through the credit creation concept of money and banking. We have explained there. So you can go in that section also. So margin requirement. So margin requirement, the difference between the sanction loan and the mortgage good. Suppose you went to a bank with 1 lakh gold. You have 1 lakh gold and you are being given 70,000 as loan. So difference is 30,000. This difference will be called as margin requirement. So if there is a deficient demand, what to do in deficient demand? This difference, जो difference की हम बात कर रहे हैं, that difference should decrease. अब difference decrease कर देंगे, suppose 30 से 25,000 difference कर दिया. So how much loan you will get? You will get more loan. देखिए अब 725 हो गया तो आपको लोन मिलेगा 75 का. That means more loan, that means your AD will increase. Because money, if you have money, you can spend that according to your own ways. So this is the concept for your monetary policy, how to control deficient demand. Now, in case of excess demand, suppose in case of excess demand, what you do? So in case of excess demand, you can reverse this, or you can write vice versa. So now look at your assignment, what I have given to you. According to your assignment question number 21, you have to read at your home. So students, now look the case. The question is define monetary policy and deficit demand को आप कैसे control करेंगे. So monetary policy is the process by which the monetary authority of a country, हमारे country में monetary authority कौन सी है? वो है RBI. Like the central bank controls the money supply, often targeting inflation rate or interest rate to ensure price stability and general trust in the currency. So first point I told you how to control this. The first point is bank rate. So bank rate में क्या करेंगे? तो bank rate decrease कर देंगे. Bank rate decrease होने से आपको जो इफेक्ट होंगे उसमें क्या होगा? lending rate आपका वो भी reduce हो जाएगा. So people can buy more. Next, open market operation. So open market operation में वो आपकी securities को buy करेगा. Look at this word buy. So you can read this at your home also. Next one is cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio. So cash reserve ratio, I have told you that certain percentage has to reserve at RBI. So from that, RBI should decrease this cash reserve ratio. SLR also decrease and margin requirement also decrease. Now, in case of excess demand, you have to write it as opposite sense. So this is the method to control vice versa in our point. आप बिल्कुल उल्टा करना है, जो increase कर रहे हो decrease कर देना, decrease कर रहे हो increase कर देना. So this is the most important concept. Please go through with your assignment again. And मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी से कैसे कंट्रोल करते हैं ये मैंने आपको आज टॉपिक सिखाया है, तो इसको आप अच्छे से पढ़ लें. और जिन बच्चों के पास से नोट्स नहीं है, ये दे कैन टेक स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस वन एंड रीड at your home. You can take the screenshot for this one and read it. For any doubt, you can call me at any time. Thank you very much.